Very good afternoon to one and all present here. Sorry for the small technical glitch. It's an absolute pleasure to be standing in front of you here as the moderator for the Moment of Truth session. For the guests present here and for our new members, Moment of Truth is a session that we conduct twice a year in every Toastmasters Club meeting as a session for reflection. How well are we doing? We all, as human beings, has this tendency that, I must be doing everything pretty well. I'm confident about what I'm doing, my role, my responsibilities as the ExCom or the members. But are we actually doing the best possible way? Who would be telling us that we are doing it in a correct way or not? So this session, as per the Toastmasters International, the moment of truth is defined, or the session is an episode where a person comes in contact with any aspect of the Toastmasters experience and forms an impression of a club's quality and service. So we had two new guests today here. This meeting is your first impression for a Toastmasters meeting, right? What was your first impression? How did you feel when you entered this room? Do you feel like coming back here again? What was the impression that we gave you as you entered this hall? And for the other new members, do you feel like renewing your membership in the next term? Do you think that your needs are being addressed by the club? And to all the members here, do we feel motivated to come every meeting, take up roles, and give it our best to make a meeting successful? So all these things, as when we come and reflect and analyze and come to know the truth, that moment is the moment of truth, which helps us know that where do we actually stand, right? So today, as the moment of session, we have 6 specific domains where we will be discussing about. The first impression that we give any new members or the guests as they enter this hall. We will be talking about the different points that we will be seeing. Next is the membership orientation for the new members. How well are they being guided to the paths, to the levels, to the project? Are they assigned mentors or not? These points will be discussed. The fellowship, variety, and communication is the third domain. Program planning and meeting organization, membership strength, and achievement recognition. So let us see what comes under these individual domains. So we have 2 guests here today. As you entered this hall, let's be honest, how did you feel? Were you nervous? Did you feel like, where am I? Or did you feel so much warmed and welcomed? Everyone made you feel part of this room. Everyone busy with their laptop, not bothering to talk to you or say hi to you, versus everyone coming and greeting you, right? How did you feel? And do you think honestly, is there anything that we would have done differently that would have made you feel more comfortable? Yes, definitely there must be something. And there is always room for improvement, right? So we as member, we can always reflect upon how are we making our guests as they enter this hall feel. So are the guests greeted warmly and introduced to the officers and members? Did we do that? Did we introduce ourselves as the club officers of the meeting or the members of the meeting? Do we have guest book and name provided? Did we do that to our new guests who are present with us here today? We're a professionally arranged meeting room. So guests, as you entered this hall, did you find the meeting room, the venue professionally organized? Convenient meeting location. So did you find this location coming here convenient as a guest to this hall? Guests invited to address the club. You did that. We just now, our presiding officer called the guests to introduce. So how we are doing on this point. And of course, are the guests invited to join the meeting? So these are the different parts that we have to score ourselves when we are scoring the each domains. So for our convenient, for our guests, I would like to notify, we had already floated this file an Excel sheet. The members were already floated and they had already marked upon these individual points. They have already scored that point from 1 to 5, 5 being the best and 1 being the minimum score. The second point is the membership orientation. So for the new members, we have new members giving their icebreaker speech today. So do we have formal induction program, including the presentation of the pin to our new members? Do we have assignment of the mentors to the new members? I believe we do that to our new members. The education program and recognition system discussed. How often do you feel, as a new member, what was the score you gave to this point? Do you feel that this was enough? Do you feel that someone could call you and ask you, hey, you are a new member. Are you finding any challenge or difficulties with your path? Do you wish that someone had called you and to ask you about it, right? So whenever a member does not come to the meeting for a very long time, how would you feel when someone calls you and say, hey, it's been such a long time. We haven't seen you in meeting. Is everything good on your end? How about you come and join our meeting? We've been really missing you. Would that call be a nice one? Definitely, yes. It would make you come to the meeting, not miss the meeting, right? So are we doing that as the ex-con, as the regular member of the club, as the mentor? So this is time for us to reflect and score ourselves in these points. Learning needs assessed. When we are planning the DCP goal, are your needs being assessed? Are you being individually asked about your personal goals, your targets for this year? Do you think that your needs are being addressed in the meeting? So it's your time to, as a member, individually score in this category. Discuss accommodation for members with disability, although we do not have this applicable in our club so far. However, if we have certain members in the future, we would definitely consider the things in mind. Speaking roles assigned. We assigned you the speaking role. So are these speaking roles communicated to you on time? Do you think you have got enough time for preparation of your speech? Or do you just think that just a 1 week and you're told, oh, hey, you have a speech next week? So do you think all of this is adequate enough for you as a member? Are you considered as a part of family, and do you feel like a family at this place, right? And members involved in the club activities. We have events going on in our club. So do you think you are given enough opportunity to be engaged, to be involved in the activities? And how often do you yourself as a member feel motivated to come and, volunteer for a role? So that is the point where, it's time for us to reflect. Now, coming about fellowship, variety, and communication. How often are guests greeted warmly? How enjoyable our meetings are? Do we have enough educational meeting? Do you want more of the education sessions in our regular meeting? In that way, what could be the strategies? We are always open to discuss about it, right? We are so tight with the meeting and the role players. So how can we do it better so that we can accommodate more educational speeches? Do we add one more online meeting in a month so that we can have more speakers, guest speaker or educational speakers from outside? So what's your suggestion about that? What was the score that you gave to this point? And what do you suggest? So these points should be discussed. So do we have regularly scheduled social events? Like we are celebrating Dasai, Teas, we had a handover meeting, we celebrate Charter Days. Do you think that is enough, or do you want some more celebration? What do you think? Do you have any ideas that you want to share to the club and, express it so that these things can be collectively worked upon? Participation in area, district, international events. You have seen us going to citation, oration, right? So how about coming oration? We all make a big team and present our Dharan Toastmasters Club in the international platform. So let's think about that as well. And inter-club events. We are definitely planning joint meetings with the clubs. Like tomorrow, there is a joint meeting, demo meeting for the Eatery Toastmasters Club. So how often are we doing that? When we are planning that, what is your involvement as a members in taking up the role, in making the event successful? And also club newsletter or mentor website updated regularly. Is our social media page updated regularly? What have we done so far to update it so far? What were the challenges our Vice President Public Relations, our editorial team faced to, compile these newsletter for this term? And what can we do to avoid such challenges for the upcoming newsletter issues? Let's all think about that and discuss and give the scores accordingly. Coming about program planning and meeting organization. So our agenda sheet floated on time. Sometimes we do understand that Toastmaster of the evening is overwhelmed with responsibilities and might not be able to share the agenda sheet right on time. But most of the time, are we doing that? Are we aware of the activities that happens in the club? Are we following the chat box as well? Because we saw lots of our members confused with the timing today. It was multiple time written that the meeting was 3:30, but we missed it out, right? So even though the agenda sheet is being floated out, are we as a member individually responsible or alert with the activity that happens with the club? Members are prepared to carry out all the programs assignment. Are all the projects from the pathways, meeting begins and end in time? We always face this challenge, sometimes because of the technical issue, sometimes because something's left longer. We often find it challenging to end our meeting on time. What can we do to improve it? And creative table topics and activity. We saw this year Toastmaster Neetu got the table topic creative award, right? So what can we do to make it more fun? And next year maybe some of us can get the innovative table topics master award. And other evaluation that is provided to you in every meeting, do you find those evaluation useful? Or do you find it's intimidating? You don't feel like giving speeches because, the evaluation sometimes gets way too harsh that you're so scared of giving your speeches and you don't like getting evaluated. So let's score ourselves in these categories as well. And the membership strength. How many members does our club have at this moment? We have 23 members at present, right? So are we able to retain our older members? What makes our members not feel like, renewing their membership term? What can we do to make our members stay and retain in the club? Promotion in the club, organization, and community. How far is Dharan Toastmasters Club known around Dharan? What are the activities that we are doing? What is our plan? What is the plan of our VPPR for this term? What is the plan of the collective plan of our team, Dharan Toastmasters team, this term, so that Dharan Toastmasters is reached out to a larger community in Dharan and we get more members wanting to come and join our club. And it's about how club programs are varied and exciting. Are our club events exciting? What are we doing so that something exciting happens in the meeting? Are we sharing it in our social pages so that the larger audience comes to know, okay, this is what happens in the Toastmasters Club. So Toastmasters sponsoring new members are recognized. If someone gets a new members, like Toastmaster Monica brought in our new member as a guest, if he joins in as a member, are we crediting the member who brought in the new member as the sponsor of that new member? Are we conducting regular membership building programs? Why? If not, why not? What are the challenges? We can always have this discussion. And finally, the last segment is the achievement recognition. So award application immediately submitted to the headquarters. So for our new members, just to let you know briefly, as we enroll ourselves here in this Toastmasters platform, we get ourselves engaged in a path. And when we are in that path, we have 5 levels that we have to complete. And as we complete the level, you'll be getting the completion certificate. And once level 5 is complete, you get a level completion part and you go into the next part, right? So when we are doing that, especially for our new members as well, as you are completing your project and you complete your level, you need to work on with your base camp and then submit that you have completed your project. Once that is done, the PPE of the club, the secretary, they help you with the approval and you get a certificate of completion. Until and unless that completion is done, that won't be counted for the club plan, right? So progress chart displayed and maintained. We have tried our best from this term. Every meeting we are trying to share a kind of attendance, how many of you were present, what were the roles that you're taking, so that you get it. It's not to intimidate any of the members. It's just that we are paying money. We are paying a lot of money to be a member. And when we are missing a meeting, you are missing an opportunity to learn something, because every meeting, whether it be a tiny, small fragment, there is always, something to learn from someone who comes here and speak on the stage. So progress chart displayed and members, achievement recognized with ceremony. Are we doing that enough? Do you think you want something more to happen to you once your level is completed? You can always share with us. How about we do this for the level completion? Instead of just floating a flyer, if there are anything that is in your head that you want it to be executed, it's always open, and you can always share your idea so that we get better with these specific part as well. So club, district, and international leaders are recognized. We see flyers being floated. This term, we have lots of members in the area and the district, the division and district as well. And club and members achievement publicized. We do float the flyers, and DCP is used for planning and recognition. So how about our new members? Do you know what DCP is about? Are you briefed about it properly? What we will be definitely planning educational sessions where you would be knowing, and there will be trainings where you can just join in as members to understand various things. So we as the ExCom members would definitely want our members to learn a lot about Toastmasters so that you know what you are doing and what to aim for. So with this, these were the 6 domains. So let's question ourselves. Does our club meet these 6 different standards that the TI, the moment of truth session? So we have already floated, as I mentioned. Number 1 is we never meet the standard. Number 2 is we rarely meet this standard. Number 3 scores for we sometimes meet this standard. Number 4 is we usually meet the standard. And 5 scores for we always meet the standard. So here I would like to share, and yes, any score with 3 or below needs to be discussed, and you need to identify what are the challenges that these scores were not with this 3 or below, and what can be done to increase this score. So let us know about it. So what's the cause of this challenge and what can be done, and who is responsible to the action that is taken. So this is one example. And as always said, we never get a chance to make a first impression with this. The moment of truth, this is all about moment of truth session. Here now we have our response from our members, and for everyone's convenience, I have already shared this thing within our group here in the Dharan informal group. And now we will be dividing ourselves into 3 different groups. All right, so one group will be led by Toastmaster Krishna, the other group will be led by Toastmaster Neetu, and the third group will be led by Toastmaster Monica. And please divide yourself with these team leaders, and each group will be discussing here. You can see the first impression that is here. So I have already shared it in the group here, and if you see in your folder, it's already highlighted as well. So you need to discuss about this point here. If you see, so please have a look at this. We already have this score. So these yellow points needs to be discussed and written, and please update it in the Google Doc itself so that later it becomes convenient for us. So let's divide quickly, and we'll have 10 minutes for group discussion. 3 groups. The guests are free to join one of the group, please. So you can just see. And this does not happen every time in the meeting. This is just twice. This does happen twice a year. So this is the first MOT for this term. And after this, we'll be having our regular meeting. So for now, Toastmaster Krishna, can you please take the lead to just bring in few members? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 members. So 3 of you can join Toastmaster Krishna, 3 of you can join Toastmaster Neetu, and 3 of you can join Toastmaster Monica. So let me start from here. First impression can be worked upon by Toastmaster Neetu and team. First impression and membership orientation. Toastmaster Neetu, it's right here in the sheet. First impression. Toastmaster Monica can work upon fellowship, variety communication, and program plan meeting organization. And the last 2, membership strength and achievement recognition, can be worked upon by Toastmaster Krishna and the team. So let's divide to save the time. We can do it quickly. So 3 of you here, 3 of you with Toastmaster Neetu, and 3 of you with Toastmaster Monica. And if there are any confusion, we just can see. And if you still feel, if you don't agree with those scores, that's there. You are still free to, change the score as well. This score is based on the average of what we have already marked in the Google Doc. And yes, Toastmaster Sandhya, Toastmaster Aryan, Toastmaster Umesh can also join. So I will keep you with one of the group, the convenient, because the thing is there. So Toastmaster Umesh, Toastmaster Aryan, and Toastmaster Sandhya, please be with Toastmaster Monica. So let's have the group presentation. So first will be Toastmaster Neetu's team, who will be talking about the first 2 points. That is the first impression. You need to get the laptop. Yeah.
Thank you. Good afternoon once again. So I'll be discussing on the points about the first impression. So what is the first impression when somebody joins a Toastmaster? So I think most of the things were like the first question was guests greeted warmly and introduced to the officers and members. We regularly greet the guests. Professionally arranged meeting room. Our room is well arranged. So we got a score of 4 in each category. Guests greeted warmly. Professionally arranged meeting room. Convenient meeting location. Guest invited to address the club. And guest invited to join the club. So that's a very good points. We have got 4 in each category. However, we got 3 points in guest book and name tags provided. So since last 6 months, if we see, guest book was not as such maintained, and no guests were added in the friends group also, and guest tags were not maintained. However, initially we have taken this initiative. We are maintaining a proper guest record. We have a form for the guest where after the meeting, they fill all their details and their personal experience. However, we can even improve by adding these guests in the friends group, and the responsibility should be provided to the VP membership and to Sergeant at Arms with the proper access to the group so that each guest is added there and we can stay in touch with them and they stay in touch with us. Whatever update is there about the club, they can get it and they're in touch with us. However, we are still lagging with the tags. With the guest tags, we work on it, they will feel more good. One more initiative we have taken that if they perform in any of the table topics and all, they get the certificate of appreciation. In that way also, they feel motivated. So that is also a good way of approaching the guest. And however, previously the guest used to sit at the back. So this is good that the guests are sitting among us. So they feel more part of the club. And guest tag is maintained. So I think we are working on it. Next, if we go on the other point, the next is about member orientations. So we have again got 4 in most of the categories. We get formal induction, including presentation of membership pins. Assignment of mentors are being done regularly. Speaking roles are assigned and members are involved in all aspects of the club activities. However, in 2 sections, for example, education program and recognition systems discussed where we got 3 points, and in learning needs success, we got 3 points. So education program, if we talk about, it's not being discussed. Only the ExCom members, because they are performing certain duties, they read it on their own. So these things are not being discussed at all. So when it is necessary that time to time we keep, at least during the meeting, or if we need some special meeting or online meeting, or after the meeting, 10 minutes if we take and we discuss about it, each one of us will have an idea about the education goals. Next is learning needs assessed. We generally discuss by member interest survey once in a year. However, some members join in the mid session, so they don't have any idea about these learning needs. So this duty should be given to VPM so that the VPM actually explains each new member about the pathways, about their learning needs. So the new member gets more motivated to be actively participant in the club, how they can perform and how they should perform. So this was all overall. I want to say that for the guests, the SAA and the VPM should take the responsibility and the lead. For educational programs, VPE should be doing it time to time. And for the learning needs access, VPM has to take the lead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neetu and the team. Now it's time to call upon the second group, Toastmaster Monica and the group, to discuss about two other points.
First was enjoyable and educational meeting plan. Members responsible for this are Vice President Education and I think Toastmaster of the evening. We should, to improve, we should call Toastmasters from others club. We should set a clear agenda about it, what we want to learn. And we should bring some guest speakers from other Toastmasters club.
So we are sort of before and above. So when the next one.
Next is inter-club events encouragement. Causes not planned properly and less participation of the members. On solution for encouraging inter-club events, we could also organize fests. We could keep some competitions. We could keep some games so that we can interact with other club members and organize inter-club events. Members responsible, ExCom members responsible, VPPR, VPE, and I think President.
Thank you so much.
And under second, all projects are manual projects. This cause, I think we are still following the old school of thought, old legacy. And we could make it digitalized these days. Members responsible for this is, I think, VPPR, VPE, and Toastmaster of the evening. Number 2 is meetings begin and end on time. This reasons for this is length. But it was given 3, so
Most of us are confused with that point.
reasons for the meet digitalized system. That's why. Yes.
So maybe the team can upgrade the score and write we are
That's what we got confused. We are following the digital system, but we have to give the answer, so I gave that. For meetings beginning and ending on time, we have to shorten the script of the Toastmasters of the evening. Role takers should come on time and we should try to work on the technical glitches. Today also, meeting started late due to the technical glitches, so we should work on this. And responsible ExCom for this is Toastmaster of the evening, and I think all the members. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica. Okay, yeah, if there are any, we can. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and the group can update the points if everyone agrees with that. Thank you so much. Now, with the final group, I request to come and give the report.
Thank you, VPE, for the opportunity. The last group dealing with the last two topics, that is the membership strength and achievements. The entire team, each members, we have voted for the third point, the promotion club in the community or within the organization. And we have given three, we have marked ourselves three. And when I discussed with my group, and as per my experience, the main cause for this is that we are not reaching out to the communities. Even though 2 years ago when Toastmasters Sindhu was the president and I was the VPE, I had one of my project for membership building. And at that time, we conducted open house. During my tenure as the president and Toastmaster Monica as the vice president membership, she tried a lot reaching out to people, but those people were not responsive. And she did inform me. What we could have done it differently was that we could have reached out to these people on site visit, and we could have talked to these people and make them understand the importance of Toastmasters, conduct open house, call them, and also invite them in our special meetings. Like 2 weeks back, we had special meeting, but only the family members came, but the guests, we could not invite them. So we are not reaching out to the communities appropriately in this manner. So solution, as I said, reaching out to these communities. Yes, we are doing good with social medias and sending out the flyers thanks to Toastmasters Shravya and the VPPR. But by just sending out the flyers and putting posts in the social media will not work. We as VPM or VPPR should be a member of other clubs guest group. We should be a member. We should share our club activities to them, and we should bring their club activities to the group. That is what we are not doing. We are not reaching out appropriately just for the sake of posting the flyers and keeping quiet. Will not work. We will, as VPPR, we will have to be their guest members, float the members, and even inform that we are starting in 1 hour, we are starting in 30 minutes. Please join us. We have exciting events going on and everything. So that is what we are not doing. So VPPR and VPM just to conduct the open house, and definitely present comes everywhere. Regular membership building program, that is the last point here. We have, all of us have given us marking 3. I would rather go down again to 2 because it is the same thing that we tried our best. Monica and myself, we tried our best, but we did not try to that best level that we could reach to them physically as VPM and then conduct open house, not a single open house. What will be the solution is to conduct 2 open house every year, maybe twice a year. So we can conduct open house and we can reach out to them. But we did achieve one of the membership building program, and that is the highest of the membership building program. That is the Smedley Award. Our club achieved Smedley Award for the first time. So I would want to go back to 3. So we did something, but we are not enough. The rest of the points are met. And in the last point, that is the achievement recognition, every points are marked by 4. So we did not discuss on these points. So kudos to us for doing these things right by achievement recognition. And I open the floor to the audience if you have any point to debate on whatever we have discussed so far. On the membership points, do you have anything to discuss on the points that we just presented? Are we okay for conducting the open house and reaching out to people through guest groups and reminding everyone? Okay, thank you. My job is done here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So now I request the laptop to be back here for our. So yeah, this is the center now, ma'am. Is everything okay? Yeah, thank you so much. With this, the MOT session has been concluded, and I thank everyone for your input. And thanks to my VPE associate Toastmaster Manisha for making it so easy this time with creating the Google Doc, everything uploaded online, and most of the part is like already filled up. Thank you once again. And back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Arjun. Thank you so much.